Now we close out the episode with my full picks, predictions, and preview for Slammiversary from Impact on Sunday. Now, like I said earlier, Impact has gotten a lot better in 2018. If you're one of those people that does not want to give the company another chance after they disappointed you so many times, take it from me. You may not trust me, but you should. You should trust my word. Take my word for it. The pay-per-view, the product, the pay-per-view should be good. The product has been a lot better in 2018. The last couple of months have had a solid sense of direction. The matches have been great. The feuds have been very compelling for the most part in every sense. The tag team division, the women's division, the X division stuff, the main event stuff, and even some other stuff. So again, Impact has been firing on all cylinders lately and should be given another look come Sunday's Slammiversary pay-per-view. Tessa Blanchard versus Allie. The feud just started. Blanchard has been losing left and right lately to Madison Rayne and a few others. She's got to win here. Allie will suffer will really not lose anything in defeat. Blanchard also recently signed, and maybe they had her lose because they did not know if she was going to be sticking around for the long run. But it was recently announced that Blanchard has signed a long-term deal with Impact, at least for the next few years. So I see Blanchard going over here, as she should. In a House of Hardcore rules match between Eddie Edwards and Tommy Dreamer, there's absolutely no reason for Dreamer to go over here. I've been liking the feud. Eddie Edwards has been, kind of a heel after kind of going all in on Sami Callihan. He's become the real heel lately in this thing with Dreamer and accusing Dreamer of taking his wife. So again, the whole thing has been great. But no, this match should be a lot of fun. Dreamer is like one of the, I don't want to say a hot free agent, but the guy's all over the place in 2018. He recently appeared in Lucha Underground. He shows up in WWE every now and again. I think, didn't he do an NXT house show not too long ago where he faced like Baron Corbin or something like that, like a few years ago? He appeared in Ring of Honor, their Final Battle pay-per-view back in December. Tommy Dreamer is all over the place. In addition to running his own House of Hardcore promotion, this should be a lot of fun, but Eddie Edwards has to win this. Tommy Dreamer winning in 2018 over a guy like Eddie Edwards would make no sense. I could see it happening, but Eddie Edwards winning is the best route to take here. In a random four-way match with nothing on the line, but it should be a lot of fun. Could be the match of the night. We see Taji Ishimori, Rich Swann, Johnny Impact, and Phoenix all going one-on-one. Rich Swann is the new the new toy for Impact, but he's honestly lost like the last 2 or 3 matches that he's had in Impact, which is weird. I do see Johnny Impact winning here. I think he has his sights set on Killer Cross, is what he said in a recent interview with Impact, so I could see him winning here. Phoenix would be great. Any one of these guys would be great. I thought Ishimori left. I guess not. I thought he was embarking on a career in WWE, and he still could, but I thought he was being picked up by NXT or wanted to go to NXT or was doing more stuff in New Japan. I don't know, but he is back for this pay-per-view. But of all 4 of these guys, I got Impact going over. He hasn't been seen in months, and I expect for them to bring him back with a bang by winning this 4-way and possibly putting himself in world title contention in the process. Pentagon Jr. taking on Sami Callihan in a mask versus hair match. Now, I think I might be looking forward to this match more than anything else on the show, just because I did see a Pentagon versus Sami Callihan match at a Northeast Wrestling show last June in 2017, and it was fucking great. Now, granted, it was no DQ. I don't think this is no DQ. They already have a street fight on the show, and also Eddie Edwards versus Tommy Dreamer, so I don't think it is. But still, this should be awesome. I expect them to have great chemistry. Sami Callihan is already losing his hair anyway, so it's very obvious that he's losing here. But it should be great nonetheless. In a 51-50 street fight, the original LAX, the OGs, Homicide, and Hernandez taking on the current members of LAX. Their names escape me at the moment. Ortiz and I don't remember the other guy's name. But yeah, they are taking on the OGs, as they call themselves, the original LAX, with Eddie Kingston in their corner. The tag titles, as far as I know, I looked on Wiki for this card, they're not on the line, which is weird. I thought they were. They still could be. I assume that they're not. I'm going to have the original LAX go over here. They could have this turn into a real full-fledged feud by having the OGs win here and then, they having the babyfaces overcome the heels in the end by winning at some point down the road. But I don't think this will stretch beyond Slammiversary. I don't think I guess it should because the feud's been great. But I'll go with the original LAX. I guess if the titles... Okay, I'll say this. If the titles aren't on the line, then the OGs. Because them winning will earn them a future tag team title opportunity and prolong the feud. If the titles are on the line, then LAX to keep the championships. For the X Division Championship, Matt Sydal taking on Brian Cage. They had a match on Impact not too long ago that was interrupted by Kongo Khan. Cage beat Kong, so Kong is out of the picture. I expect Cage to win here. I think he should. Cage is the hot hand right now in Impact. There's no real reason to not put that championship on him. Now, granted, he's not an X Division guy, but he has been running through people left and right. I don't see why not. Matt Sydal's had a great reign, but it's time for Cage to take that title and run rampant with it. So I got Cage going over here. For the Impact Knockouts Championship, Su Yung versus Madison Rayne. I got to go Su Yung. Madison Rayne has been impressing me since coming back. She's proving that she can hang with the likes of, Su Yung, Tessa Blanchard, and a few others. She's had some pretty good matches since coming back, but she's nothing more than a stepping stone until Allie rises up to take the belt back, or even I would assume Rosemary will return to take that championship from Su Yung. So until then, I got Su Yung going over, still the Impact Knockouts champion. I think Madison Rayne is also challenging for the Ring of Honor Women of Honor Championship this weekend, which is also pretty cool. So congrats to her for making history, because I don't think anyone has ever done that before. I doubt it. I mean, the Women of Honor Championship just debuted like 6 months ago. Not even so, like 2 months ago. So she is making history in that sense, which is pretty damn cool. I don't expect her to win the Women of Honor Championship either, but just thought I should note that. And then we get to the main event, Austin Aries versus Moose for the Impact World Championship. Now, this is tough. Aries won the belt from Eli Drake earlier on this year, and then he dropped the belt to Pentagon Jr., got the belt back soon after. It's a little early for Aries to be dropping the championship to Moose, but, I mean, Moose has been primed for the championship for a while. It's tough because they also don't know if Aries is sticking around. I'm going to say Moose, because they have been wanting to make him a main event star now for a while. They did put originally the Feast or Fire briefcase on him, so they obviously saw something in him when they signed him and when they put the briefcase on him a few months ago. I'll say Moose. I could very well easily see Aries retaining and then Moose getting the belt down the road, but if Impact wants to deliver a big pay-per-view, like a newsworthy pay-per-view, they'll have Moose win. Now, Pentagon Jr. won the title at the last pay-per-view before Aries got it back on TV. So again, I mean, I guess I could see Moose losing here because they just had a title change in the main event of their last pay-per-view. But still, I'll play it safe and say Moose, the new Impact World Champion. So again, I look forward to the show on paper. It's a pretty strong card. Like I said earlier, Impact has really turned it around in 2018. I expect big things from the company moving forward, starting with Slammiversary on Sunday.